Welcome to Trade Delicious's Bulls vs Bears, where the investing market meets gladiatorial combat in a battle for all bragging rights. Our contestants will be armed with a hefty $100,000 starting capital, leverage 1 to 10, and be given a single electrifying hour to out-trade each other. Their weapon? Real-time market data. Their battlefield? Designated assets via the hosts. But be careful, traders. A maximum drawdown of $5,000 stands as a pitfall you cannot afford to tumble into. And remember, this is a game of wit and skill, of strategy and performance. There will be no copy trading and no EAs allowed. You must stand your own ground. And to our viewers, you are the arena crowd, watching every strategy unfold live, every decision that has consequences, and every moment bringing these traders closer to victory or defeat. This is not just a trading game. This is Bulls vs Bears. This is the thrill of the financial arena right here on Trade Delicious. Let the games begin. Volatile day today. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to come up with, and I'm excited to see how you're going to trade. Anna, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, all energized and ready to go.
I like it. Alon, are you ready to take on the contender?
That's a yes.
Yeah,
Well,
We'll take that as a yes.
We may have a little bit of latency for Alon, but hopefully that won't.
I think we do. I think we do. But let's run it. I'm going to start the clock now. You guys are free to run. Right. Let's see where we go. Now, Anna, I know you've been ready at the counter. You've been sitting there going, oh, I'm going to throw some lots on. You were asking about leverage. Like, oh, here we go. It's going to be exciting. So what are you looking at straight off the bat? What are you looking for once this competition started?
Right. So talking about the trades, I'm actually into the Euro buys from the last week. So it is going to be confusing. And same for the GU. I'm already buying it from the last week. So I'm just looking, I'm like, I don't know what to do. So, but obviously this is, like we said, this is like a competition. This is for entertainment. So obviously I'm not going to, trade as I normally do. So that's why I said I'm going to throw some lots and we'll see. You know what? So basically I cannot see Alon's progress, right? Through the competition.
You will throughout it. I will swap in between, and we will have a bit of banter and a bit of competition. Okay. We've seen a bit of poker playing in the last couple of episodes, so no, you will get a bit of an understanding where each other are positioned and how the account is traveling.
Right. I'm just obviously because we have only 1 hour to trade, so I think I'll need to trade on 1 minute, and I hate 1 minute.
Is that GU on the 1 minute?
That is GU on 1 minute, yeah. So obviously lots of scalping in here. Probably see lots of scalping. So I'm just trying to see. I just want to see, like if Alon is losing and I'm like sitting at break even, I might just not trade at all, right?
So I know Alon. Alon's a gold trader. So I don't know how much he can hear us from the latency, but I bet you he's trading gold or he's looking at gold right now. So we will soon see what happens. But I tell you what, GU moves fast as gold these days. So maybe even faster. So we'll see what happens.
Right. Let's see where we can put some levels.
But for people that don't know, Anna, or aka Anna FX, is now head of our Discord. Woo, 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 woo.
That's the Fivers Discord, by the way.
That's the Fivers Discord. Yes. Yeah. Definitely. And look at them spreads. Wow. Have you ever seen spreads so tight in your life? Hashtag the Fivers are the best.
What are we looking at there? That's a decent drop.
We are looking at...
That's a decent plummet.
Yeah. I think that's...
For gold. That's just another day for gold, isn't it? That's just... Gold traders will know I don't understand so many people run towards gold. I
don't trade gold. I don't trade gold much.
Did I just hear slight little order be placed or attempted to? I did. Anna, are you looking at potentially pulling the trigger on a position there? Oh, here we go. We're in.
And we're going quite heavy on the lot size as well. I love it. This is nice.
I mean, we
What
have
are we looking
5k drawdown, right? And we are scalping. So my pip, like stop loss, is only like 5 pips. So 10 lots, it's 500. So I'm risking 0.5%. I think that's not that bad, right?
No, that's great. Love it.
Oh, don't ask for advice.
That's fast risk management as well. You know, we have a lot of people that have used like, you know, EAs and stuff for risk management, but you know straight away if you're going to do this 10 lots with a five pit stop loss, you know exactly how much you're going to lose. So in and out, why not? It's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I've been trading for 4 years, so I should know something about risk management, right?
True.
You'd hope so. Anyway, that's probably why you've been trading for 4 years, because you've been able to survive through risk management.
Oh,
that is the secret. Do you reckon that's the secret then to surviving? Risk management, of course. Why am I'm saying such an obvious answer to my question anyway?
Yeah.
Focus on not losing money before you focus on making money.
Wow, we should come up with like a little book of just different like trading quotes, you know?
Yeah.
Let's have a look and see what's going on.
Oh, this 1 minute is giving me like heart rates. I need to like measure my heart rate and my blood pressure at the moment. Because it's just
what we found very interesting through previous episodes is this heightens your emotions in trading. Being time bound in front of people and us commentating what you're doing, and especially when you're trading a way you don't usually trade, it elevates your emotions tenfold. So you are going to feel the pressure a little bit. You are going to feel the stress. And as we come towards the end of the session as well, as we get into that last 15 minutes, that's when it really kicks in.
Okay. So it's just normal to have like the higher rate, right?
Yeah. As long as you just don't collapse on her.
Look,
We'll be,
Oh my goodness.
And it's not just you. I also have a higher rate when I'm watching you guys trade on such a low time frames and stuff, going heavy lots. It's also exciting for us as well to see all of that stuff.
Absolutely. Alon, what are you looking at the moment? Let's hope latency is not too big of an issue. But do you have a position? He does. He's pulled the trigger, going 1 lot. So going 10% of what Anna's already pulled the trigger on.
Slow and steady wins the way. I can't even get my words out. Wins the race. That's what happens on the weekend. You come back to Monday, you're a little bit frazzled, so got to get back into it slowly. There you go.
Alon, okay, looking to go short on gold. He's just in the zone. Just absolutely in the zone, Alon. Nothing can phase him. Look at that. Just a face of pure mastery.
Well, I'm looking at pound dollar and I see I bet Anna's up a good $250 right now.
220.
And the rest?
Minus 40 because we have commissions as well. So need to keep that in mind.
$4 round trip per lot on the fivers, by the way, guys. Just putting that out there.
Yep.
And how do you reckon, like, so if you could explain to, let's say, if you had to explain to a 5-year-old how you trade, Anna, how would you explain to a 5-year-old how you trade?
Is it for me? You're asking?
Yeah, let's say if I was to explain to a 5-year-old how I'd trade, I'd be like break and retest, continuations, this kind of stuff. So how would you do the same if you were trying to explain to somebody how you trade?
Awesome, right? So I'm like, I'm trying to calculate my risk, pulling another trade, and you're asking me a question.
I know, the point.
The joys, eh?
Oh my goodness. Right. So if I would need to explain the 5-year-old how I trade, first of all, I would just say that we are buying and selling money. And I have 4 kids. I have explained them this many times, what we're doing in here. Right. You know what I'm going to do? Just wait a second.
Is that the third time? The third time so far this season we've been given the hand to say, don't talk to me. I'm concentrating.
Exactly.
Makes me just looking at pound just makes me also want to get into a pound trade. But
is this your type of setup, is it?
I closed out because we are just like you know, the price could reverse, and we are trading on 1 minute. So I'm just trying to figure out in my head, obviously, if that would be bigger time frame, I would wait for the break, retest or something. But because this is scalp, I just go out and maybe price will push down again and I can enter again and get more pips that way. So yeah. But anyhow, back to your question. Obviously, I'm mom of 4. I have 4 kids and they know what I'm doing. So I'm just simply explaining mommy's buying money, like, or selling money. And we are looking at so the candles tells us where the price is going, how much, you know, how much money is it worth. And yeah, and I'm like, we are buying when it's low and we are selling when it's high. And it's simple as that. I think for the 5-year-old, you cannot go into, you know, and talk about risk management and stuff like that, because it's just going to be confusing, right? So
yeah.
All right. And now let me challenge it again. And sorry to be really focusing on you here, Anna, but can you now explain to me how you trade?
Right. So like real me, right? Real me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will go in 4 hours. That would be like oh my goodness, this is a messy screen in here. But 4 hours is like the time frame where I set my levels. So 4 hours, I think it's a good time frame because it tells the better story, because it's higher time frames, and especially if you're like swing trading, day trading, then you need to go off the higher time frames, and then we just go lower. So I will put the zones on like this. So there's the price has been in here and here, and then another zone like support and resistance, basically. Super easy, right? And then doing analysis on MT5. This is not good. Trading view.
I personally like MT5 for analysis. Honestly, the demand and supply and demand areas, all of that stuff. I actually do. I don't actually use trading view for too much these days. Do you normally use trading view for all your analysis and everything, and then you just do execution on?
So I used to be the hard dive fan of the MT4, and I used to do all my analysis there. And I remember the switch from MT4 to TradingView. I moaned all the way through, because TradingView is like, it's completely different platform, and MT4 is super simple and TradingView is something very, very different. So it was really hard to do that, you know, go from MT4 to TradingView. But I mean, now I wouldn't go back. Like, I want my trading view. Like, I'm looking left where are all my tools, and there's no tools in here. It's like, annoying. But anyhow, going back to the way I trade is simple 4-hour zone. So I put like lowest, highest point, or at least where the price has been most. And now it's like really hard to read because we had such a big push. But obviously me thinking now, there was a big push, so price will start to try and recover. So I just need to follow the price action. And then the way I follow price action is on 15 minutes. And I just simply go and see when there's a break of the previous high. So that means we are creating bullish structure. I would like to put my arrow in here from the trading view. That's not here. And my entries are normally on 15 minutes or 5 minutes. Really depends. But I'm just trying to normally get into 15 minutes and trade from the 4-hour support or resistance. Very simple.
Amazing.
Okay.
What about you, Alon? Alon's quiet in the corner. I'm not sure. How do you trade, Alon, if you had to explain to us?
I usually love to trade with gold and silver, euro dollar, pound dollar. Again, the same thing. Like, I like to wait for the graph to move higher and then sell from that point, and when it drops down, and then buy from that point. And I try to check the graph with in 1 minute, 5 minutes, the hour, weekly, and monthly, and just check the trend, and sometimes follow the trend, sometimes go against the trend, depends upon the reports and announcements. I also keep a track on Forex Factory and check what are the reports, announcements coming out, and what could be the results, and just try to place a trade accordingly.
So you put quite a bit of emphasis on fundamentals as well.
Also, yeah.
Interesting. We've had quite discretionary traders. These like technical discretionary traders. We haven't had many fundamental traders here yet. So interesting.
I like to trade more with long term. I mean, my trades, if I open late, can be open for like a few days. Never trade for short term.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I got a question for you on your fundamental push there. Where you said you have a look at Forex Factory and you have a look at announcements, potentially trade the move. Do you just live by what the forecasts are, or do you generate your own forecast based on your own research?
That's a good question.
Well, I try to compare first the forecast with the previous result, and try to check what happened in the past. And I'm also checking a lot of news. I'm constantly on YouTube checking, what's happening around with different countries, and then depending upon that, maybe I can decide if I have to go through with the forecast or have to make my own decision. But it depends.
Okay.
Question for you then, Jordan, because you love research. How do you research before news? How do you do your own research? Because if I'm looking at news, I'm actually just looking at what they release. I don't really trade it too much, but from my understanding, from what you just said, I bet you actually do research and kind of gather your own kind of opinion before it actually happens. Is that true?
I give it a red hot crack. I think that's the best way to go. No, yeah, I do. So it depends. When it comes to predicting, I will do a lot of research on to where I think the number will land, or a range on where I think it will land. I'll never back it. I'll never back it with money. And the reason I'll never back it with money, because 9 times out of 10, it doesn't matter where that number lands. The chart's going to move where the chart's going to move, right? Especially trying to trade on that release. Silly buggers. Like after 5-10 minutes, you can catch really good moves, especially in interest rate decisions, things like that. It's been a really good time for predicting because, well, 9 times out of 10, interest rates have been the main talk. CPI has been very, very predictable. The only one that really caught me off guard is a few months back when the pounds come in at like 10% when it was expected to come in at 8. That was the only one that really threw me off, and I think it threw pretty much everyone off. But other than that, you can get pretty close to it. When it all depends on what you're analyzing. Things like the for example, if you're looking at PPI or even inflation in CPI, and you can, in the Aussie dollar, you can have a look into the manufacturing or the services PMI, or you can have a look across all of the information that comes out, and you'll see trends which relate to certain trends elsewhere. I think the best example is services in Australia is one of our biggest employment the word I'm looking for here.
Sectors,
industry, so services is really big on our employment. So when the unemployment data is coming out, you can have a look at the trend in the services employment. It'll tell you about the employment numbers within the services PMI. So you can have a look at the trend there, and it's very likely that trend, keeping in mind seasonal patterns, you move into Christmas period, you've got the Christmas highs, you've got a lot more employment coming in, you keep these in mind, but it can usually give you a pretty good indication on where this number is going to come in, taking into account things like inflation, taking into account things like the Reserve Bank, where it's going, the housing market. It's tough to do, and that's the reason I'll never back it with money. I just do it because I'm really interested in it. And when I'm doing my longer term positions, it gives me more confidence to execute on those.
Nice. Do you think Forex or FX in general, in the amount of, because we have so many different assets, do you think it's a hard asset to trade?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's one of the hardest. It's one of the hardest.
It is definitely one of the hardest.
It's not just that. It's the fact that studying a financial asset and then figuring out what everyone else prices this at is an extremely hard thing to do. But not only to do that, like analysts are analysts, they're able to do it, but none of them trade it. They don't back their own analysis, right? It's one of the hardest things to do. And in FX, we've decided to get 2 of them, mash them together and put them against each other. So you're not just got to analyze one asset. You've got 2 assets trading against each other in value. And it makes it tough.
Makes
it makes it real
exactly. I was speaking to Paul Scott actually. He was an institutional trader that was at Traders Day Live, the event we did in London, and he's been trading for about 20 years, something like that, on many different types of desks, commodity desks, all this types of stuff. He said with Forex, you're not just trading with people that are just speculating. You also like commercial business, people that are not even looking at the charts. They just have to make a buy, or they have to do something that's transactional. And that means if you're in the 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, you're going to get caught up in all of that movement, that you could have signals for certain types of things that go along with your technical analysis. But if you're getting involved with all that commercial business within a day, it can whipsaw you in and out. It can be really, really difficult to actually trade. That's why something like equities or crypto, which is more like trendy, it's a lot easier to trade. I do feel Forex is a difficult one, but also the leverage is just so cheap, so it's why it attracts so many people.
So many people wouldn't be able to trade without that leverage. I think that's why the leverage is so high. And then we're trading CFDs as well, which is such a lucrative environment for businesses to offer those products. So it's really cheap to get into. It's really easy to get into. It's really hard to understand, to really get good at. But this is something Aaron asked me on stream the other week as well. He asked who were the big, because he's not an FX trader. He's like, who's the big money? When we talk about big money moves the market, who's the big money? And I'm just like, every single person you can think of that uses cash. International business, they've got to transfer that money. For example, at the moment, Saudi Arabian Football League buying up English Premier League players, right? That fee needs to be transferred through FX.
Commercial business, that going straight up into the currency market straight away. Yeah, crazy.
Almost every pension fund hedges and is largely positioned in currency markets. They don't care about little things. They care about avoiding risk. Options, hedge funds, you've got your big investment banks, yes, but they're not moving stocks the same way they move stocks. In FX, you've got everything going on. You've got big money business that aren't, as you've mentioned, they don't care about the chart. They don't care about where the trend line is. They'll call someone up and say, we need to move $1 billion. You do it now, at a good price, and they'll figure it out. Sometimes it's do it now. And they will, and you will see that print on the market. Now, you'll have a lot of analysts go, oh, yeah, this is the big move before interest rate decisions. It's old mate wanted to move that money because the business was knocking on his door wanting it. And that's the thing with FX. There's so much more in this market that people don't understand. That, yes, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. And that's, I think, Paul Scott, that's what he said as well. It's the exact same thing that he said. So anyway, if you want to get into the FX market, just take
we're really putting the advertisement out. Yeah. What I like about this is we just gave these two 10 minutes to focus on their setups, to focus on their positions, and they've both been just in a concentration bubble. So let's tune in and see what's going on. Alon, in a little bit of a drawdown, only $89. That's not too bad. He already banked $40, so he's trading light early here. He's got positions across the euro, US dollar, and the pound. And then over to Anna as well, who's trading a little bit bigger of the position, is in a bit of a drawdown here on the pound, but overall still about $40 in profit. So we're about even.
Wait, I can't actually see. Anna, are you long or you're short now?
I am long on both. So I'm long on pound USD and pound yen.
I would probably have done the same, to be fair.
Oh, it's just like on 1 minute makes sense.
If he would have done the same, sell it.
That was the signal. That is the signal.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't it Tom Dante said it was easier to find a losing trader than to find a profitable trader? You just have to fade that losing trader and then you're profitable all of a sudden.
Oh my.
If only that was the way.
I like it. If you want to hear some funny trading stories, Tom Dante is probably the funniest guy I've ever listened to on YouTube or Twitter. Hilarious guy.
We'll have to get him on.
That would be an interesting session. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. 1 minute's an interesting beast. I do like a 1 minute chart, but you've got to you can get in on the right position. It's fantastic.
Yeah, run me through this position here, Anna. What are you looking at? What were you seeing? How are you reacting as it's going against you?
Right. So this position, first one, I entered because of the break. So I took the straight break and I thought I'll put it below the previous structure. And this was like a scale in. Obviously, we are really not in a good position in here. And this is 1 minute. This is what gives me like yuck feeling, because it's like happening so fast. So I see obviously price is kind of holding this little level in here. And my idea was put it like below this, like this level in here. But obviously I gave like a little bit more room for the price to breathe. But I really don't like this. I really don't like this. I want to get out of these trades. So I closed the GJ just to like, so I can make an extra money. So now I'm like still in the profit, like 260.
Nice.
But I'm just like thinking through. It's like you're trading, but this is also competition. So like I want to win.
Yeah. So run me. Your gut feeling right now is saying, I do not want to be in these positions.
No, okay? I don't. Like
you are saying, I don't want to be in this position. Your risk management was under that little pump, right, on its way up the screen there. It was underneath that. We've traded below that price. Explain to me why you're still in the position.
Because it's like when you see this, like when you see the trend is still, I know this is 1 minute, but trend is still bullish. We're making higher lows all the time. This level is holding. So this is like my original position. And the scale in is just like trading this below, but it's still, this one is holding. So that's how I'm like, it's still going bullish. And like looking at the higher time frames, let's go still 5 minutes. It's like, we also can see that this is break and this is just like a pullback. So I'm just like trying to figure out. And also originally I'm like buying from the bottom. So I'm like, I want the price to go up, but because this is like 1 minute, it's just like, yeah. So
yeah, no, I'm just asking you tough questions just to put extra pressure on you. Don't mind me.
Thanks, Jordan.
I know that question I just asked was a tough one to answer, right? I understand that, but I'm just curious to because I do see a trend from when we do these episodes that it is how we think out there just heightened, and it's quick, and you've got to react, and you go back to just your natural instinct. And I'm just curious to know where your instinct takes you. You know, do you do better ignoring your instinct, or you know, being more passive, or are you a quicker and more adaptive trader if you're in under pressure? That's kind of where I'm playing there. That's what I'm trying to get an understanding of.
I don't like the pressure at all. Like, I don't like this. I'm not comfortable here. I'm like thinking in the back of my mind, why did I even say yes to this? No, but it's like, it's also interesting just to put ourselves in this position, just to see. Like, I think I will be able to learn and take away something from this, but
absolutely,
I really don't like this.
It's the exact thing I guess last week said. It's a shame that when it was off camera, we were talking about it. They were saying how much they love the experience because it's putting them in a different type of mindset that makes them having to try and learn how to stay calm in situations where you would be panicking or you would be, you know, in heightened emotional states. And, you know, it's so true. Like this actually, as much as it's for fun and everybody's trading, you know, a little bit out of the norm, it really does help you actually just relax a little bit and learn how to get over that, which I think is a valuable lesson for a lot of traders. And this trade that you and I actually really like it. It's a good trade.
I love how he said relax a little bit. There's nothing to be relaxed about.
I think it really helps you to highlight some of your pivotal emotions though, because you know, because not only are you just trading there by yourself in there, with us asking you questions, you have to answer, you know, you have to explain the decisions you're making. So it can be kind of like that, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to say compatibility, but it's not what I want. I want someone to hold you accountable. Come on, there's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'm going blank. I'm going blank.
the same thing. My English is not
Accountability. Accountability.
Is that what you were going to say? Didn't we just say that?
Accountability. Yeah.
Okay.
It can give you that accountability. So when you're making a decision and you look back on it to explain it, and then you kind of go, hang on a minute. Why did I do that? Or back this up. Like it can sometimes highlight that in your normal trading. Maybe not today because we've got to take a little bit of risk. You're in a competition. You want to win. So it's a little bit different, but there are little things you can take away. Anon, how are you getting on down there? It's sitting awfully quiet.
All of our focus is on Anna. Let's have a look and see what Alon's doing, and we can distract Alon for a little bit.
I love that he's in a Jordan. This is so bad to say from me.
Alon's monk mode. Alon is very calm. Naturally, he's very calm. So let's see what's going on. And you're taking buys on pound dollar. In the same place as Anna, I think. No,
his entry is a little bit better. Oh, I don't like this.
Yeah, remember what I said about it's a fantastic position and stuff.
Just waiting for you to drop down and then buy from there.
This is karma, guys, because I just said, I love that Alon is in Jordan. Now I'm in a Jordan as well now. This is so good. This is good. Oh, my.
I'm glad you're enjoying it as much as we do.
Oof.
Right.
Yeah, then 1 minute candles.
I love it.
Yeah, I love watching it, I wonder what it's like being in the operating chair and you're actually taking those positions.
Let's have a look. So, Alon, what are you looking for? What's your idea? I can see you've executed different positions in the euro there. I can see your little where you've entered and exited at different times. What are you actually thinking?
I was just waiting for a drop and then buy from there. But suppose it just drop down from there again.
Just keeping it simple. Waiting for the drop, buy from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, I think people make trading a little bit complicated, No, really, you just drops, you buy, hits the trend line, buy, make it super simple.
Our conversation's different. I mean, at the start of this episode, we're talking about the big players and how we got two assets against each
so
other.
When price hits this trend line, this is where you're going to buy, and this trend line actually moves the market.
Oh, good.
Sometimes I gotta say that sometimes technical analysis does amaze me though, because you could have a level or you can have certain I like EMA touches and stuff like that. When price hits a certain like EMA, especially like a 4-hour 50 EMA or different EMA, and it touches and somebody's just turned off the aircon in this building and I'm gonna die in like 5 minutes. But anyway, as soon as I see like price hit those areas and they react to it, it's absolutely fantastic. It amazes me each time.
Do you remember? This is a good question for you. Do you remember the exact times it rips through as fondly?
If it's had two tests before, quite close by to each other, then I wouldn't say expect, but there's more of a chance in the third touch if it doesn't break down. The third touch, I reckon, it normally breaks through an EMA. It depends on what time frame, but that's what I would say. It's a bit like levels as well. Like mostly, if the first touch of a level, you normally see a bigger reaction than if it's a multiple touch of a level and it's got a little bit more space. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense?
It does, because I notice with a lot of people, especially trading with indicators, is they will be able to tell me what the perfect setup looks like and how it played out, or they will always remember the trades that worked, especially when they're doing a bit of back testing or something. They'll always remember the trade that works. and it rings in their brain. It prints, it staples. They know exactly what that trade was. They know how it looks. Then I ask to see 2 or 3 losing trades. They go blank.
That is so true.
And it's
I'm
like, well, hang on a
now,
second.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
hang
think
on a
of some of those
second. You
losing
can
trades.
remember the one that worked so well and you're willing to back it,
Mm.
but you can't tell me which ones failed. There's no recognition in the ones that failed. There's no understanding of why or how, or and it happens so often that you
So
remember
true.
it brings that dopamine levels and you get excited, so it sticks in your
Yeah.
head. But then when you go back to look at the ones that hurt, it's easy to just flip the page and be like, I wouldn't have taken that trade. Or, we win some, we lose some. It's trading. And it just disappears. But remember the winners.
That is extremely true. And now I'm just thinking about it. You're totally right. Now I reckon it's a lot better to know which ones don't work to the times that it actually does work. And I reckon journaling or taking down notes of when it doesn't work is so much more beneficial. I can't believe that. These are the good things when we actually talk and you say little nuggets like that. It makes you look into your own trading sometimes and be like, wow, maybe I should do that. Now in a couple of weeks, I think Anna, we're going on to a live talking about journaling and data and stuff like that, aren't we? So that may be something we can bring up. 100%.
It's very common. One thing I'd recommend with a lot of people going through it is if you're back testing and that resonates with you, if you go back and you're like, I only remember the winners, etc., etc., I recommend that any trade that looks average or realistically deep down wouldn't have won, I'll put it down as a full loss every time you're back testing. Put it down as a full loss, because if you were forward testing and trading and even had that little glimpse of that opportunity, every bone in your body is going to want to pull that trigger, because in your mind you're thinking that's the next big winner. Whereas back testing, people are very easy to discount that. They're like, I wouldn't have taken that trade. It didn't. Yeah, absolutely, you would have taken that trade. You would have pulled that trigger 9 times out of 10. But people lie to themselves when back testing. You're only wasting your own time. Right? You're not cheating anything. You're not going to get anywhere doing it. You're only wasting your own time. So it's all about being really brutal on, those average or those questionable backtesting trades. Would I have taken it? Wouldn't I have taken it? Would I have got in there? Yes, you would have. It was a loss. Put it down. That's your strategy you're trading.
Very interesting stuff. I'm with backtesting. I always find it difficult to backtest just because I'm not in the same emotional state than I am when I'm actually trading. I feel like when I'm forward testing, I feel like I'm a lot better as well, because I actually feel I wouldn't say feel, but you can kind of get a sense of how the market is moving, especially when it's moving in live time. And when it's on a back test and there's latency and then it just skips ahead, and I definitely prefer forward testing than back testing, but that's something I'll look into 100%. Do you back test a lot? You forward test a lot though, no, Jordan?
Yeah, no, I don't. I very, very rarely back test now. It's all, I'm reacting to the performance that I'm going through. Right, I'm not back testing and testing the strategy. I know the strategy's got an edge. I'm reacting to how I do it. Now that edge might fade, and my forward testing, well, I say forward testing, my trading will tell me that. It's not forward testing, it's my actual trading. I'm just using it because it's not like I'm not automated. I'm not switch a button and it's going to trade and I'm going to go grab a beer. That would be great. Don't get me wrong. But I think you need that human, and I'm very much the same as you. I allocate different risks depending on my feeling with the market, depending on how it's moving, depending on everything. My rule set or checklist is the same for every trade, but how I allocate risk and how I trade it or whether I trade it is all dependent on me. And I wouldn't get that same result through backtesting.
Yeah, it's like analyzing the market, I feel, is an easier part to the overall trading. I think trading, being the skill of trading, is about learning how to actually execute when you're in certain emotional states. Soon as you get past that and you get to a place where you can execute on your trading plan or on your edge without having any kind of influence from your emotions, that for me is trading. That for me is
my
gonna help you a lot more.
My favorite little nugget that I've always stuck by is it's easy to find a trade. It's easy to get in a trade. What's hard is to get out. And that's where the money's made. It's not made of where you get in, it's made on where you get out and how you get out. And so many people put so much emphasis on figuring out where to get in. That's what makes me money, where to get in, where to get in. It's not, it's where you get out. It's how you get out. It's when you get out. It's everything like that. But how you feeling, Alon? We're sitting in a bit of a drawdown, $150 down. Well, actually, if we're looking at equity, about $110 down. We have 20 minutes of trading left. Okay, so there's only 20 minutes left. We're getting into Knuckle Town now. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I don't know why I put this trades, but just trying something different. But yeah,
Let's
I think it's
see. Let's
worthwhile.
see. How are you doing, Anna?
I'm in a drawdown, but I'm doing good. I was
You're
just
in a
like picking up
drawdown?
what you were saying about the backtesting, and what I was just speaking with someone about it. And see, when we backtest, we get used to the rhythm that gives us the backtesting. So it's like everything is so much faster, right? Because you can literally, you can control how fast the candles will print. And when you go in trades or like forward test, suddenly that changes and you are bored. Then you take the trades because you're bored, or it's completely different. So that's why I'm also like strong believer that forward testing is the way to go. And backtesting, I think with backtesting, you even need to be more stricter with yourself, because it's like you said, Jordan, like you take the trade and then you're like, oh, I wouldn't even take the trade, but you actually would. So that's like, backtesting is a very tricky one. So it's good for data, but it's only when you're honest with yourself and you're really looking into it, like to get that data. But then forward testing will tell you, if you are good or not. That kind of thing.
Yeah. You can find a strategy that'll work with backtesting easy. Are you able to trade it? That's another story.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
And all the emotions
you closed
as well.
out one of your positions.
So my position, this one, the trade that I took on the breakout. Yes, that's not the best one. So I'm trying to kind of, this is not me. But yeah, I'm trying to kind of cover this trade with this one, because it still makes sense to enter, because it's like holding that the previous low thing. So this, but trading on 1 minute, Jordan, how do you do it? Like, what on earth is happening in here? It's just not easy at all.
Yeah, keep in mind, while I'm on the 1 minute, very zoomed out. All right, so it's a little bit more, and I've got a plan. I'm not forced to take a load of positions in 60 minutes and just trying to read the market and pull. I've got an exact map of what I'm looking for and what I want to see. It's not, I'm not just pulling triggers left, right, and center and having fun. I know people that do it, and I respect it, but I didn't get into trading to sit in front of a screen for 9 hours a day. So I wanted to alter it, but I don't like, I absolutely hate it. Hate holding positions overnight. I hate having,
me about it.
Yeah, I can't do it. Now for me, overnight is London session and US session for me. Right.
Yeah.
So you guys hold it through the Asian session. All right. It's a little bit easy. We're not going to go anywhere. For me, it's most volatile time. So I did everything in my trading to reduce that exposure, because I hated not being able to react to the market.
Yeah. I don't like holding trades overnight. I just like being in and out, intraday setups. That's it. Maybe I'd be more successful holding, for longer periods of time. But my personality isn't that type of person, you know. So going against how I am as a person is probably not the best idea anyway.
I want to be done at the end of the day, win or lose. Even if it's a losing day, I'll still say I'm done. But I want to be finished.
You can sleep if you're in a a losing position and you're sleeping on it and it's like, oh God, I wonder if I'm stopped out, or I wonder if it's got to the take profit or anything, you know. Nah, for me it's just not worth
I'm not a
it.
fan. I'm not a fan.
Not a fan either. But we'll see. How are you getting on, Alon? How's it going? You seem very, 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 very relaxed. I don't know if it's the latency because of the internet or it's just because you are super relaxed.
He's super relaxed, must be.
I'm just relaxed.
Good
I wasn't
stuff.
even ready
He's
for
relaxed.
this. Maybe.
That's good.
Good.
It's good. It tests your trading in a different way, you know. It is a perfect kind of training ground. Maybe we should tell Jordan people before where they should do like a little bit of analysis before the market for the week or for that day before they jump onto the call.
That's up to the trader. We give them the day
True,
way in advance.
They do
if
know,
they want to come in with a strategy,
they do know they're about to jump on, so that's true.
That's up to them. They can come in with the strategy if they want to come in with the strategy. I'm just a market maker.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
it. Jordan last week. Was it last week? Yeah, when we were talking about the euro, and I was long euro, and you said, you know what? Now's the time to fade. Probably about an hour or 2 hours after that, the whole euro just dropped. Like I was like, Jordan's definitely put his sell orders in. He's just moved the market right then.
I can tell you, I was fast asleep.
Yeah,
I was fast asleep. I didn't, but it was it was a pretty standard setup. But the only reason that I was so like confident to say this is going to fade is because it was interest rate day. And getting those type of moves prior to an interest rate decision, which wasn't going to go the way that most people were forecasting, like it was just an obvious fading opportunity that was there. Now, I missed the mark just a little bit. My first entry, if I were awake, would have been triggered, but my main entry missed by about 0.4 pips. I just missed the mark, but then it absolutely dumped. Yeah, if I had managed to get that main entry, that would have been a massive winner.
Yeah. Do you normally break up your trades and ladder in instead of just putting in one place, fixed risk, etc., etc., etc.?
It once again depends on the setup. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't, and it depends on how it goes. So I've got levels which I want to look to fade, right? So as it's pushing into these levels, goes back to that marathon sprint that we spoke about last time. Was that with you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Where we've got those ladders and I've got those levels and I'll look to scale in. If the levels towards closer to the entry look stronger, then I'll be more aggressive with how I'm scaling in. If they look weaker, then I'll wait longer. So it's all reactive. Sometimes I'll go all in on that first position because I believe that's going to be where we move. Sometimes I'll be way too passive. It's truth. So it really depends. And then if it rips straight through, I'm either fully closing that position or I'm hedging really quickly. So it's very reactive. It's not a matter of there, sell, there, put stop loss, put take profit. It's not like that. Yeah,
interesting. A lot of people, a lot of newbies as well, always get confused how laddering works. You know, they always get it confused between like laddering a trade, whereas you've still got your fixed risk. So one place with a fixed risk, and then you take that amount of lot size and you break it up into, let's say, 3 trades. Let's say you're going to put from this area, this is your entry, this is your stop loss. You're going to put 1 lot, and that's that amount of risk. Then you would split it up into 3. So 3.3, 3.3, 3.3. That's laddering. When I was first trading, I understood it as different. You know, I'm going to get in 1 lot, like averaging down. And I remember one of the first kind of biggest losses I had because I was listening to somebody when I first got into trading, and it was like laddering in, but the way he explained it, it was like you're just constantly adding the same risk, like down, which is basically just averaging down. Basically, yeah, he was explaining like doing it martingale. He didn't explain it properly. And that's why I think a lot of traders, laddering's really, really good. Martingale, super not good.
No.
Super not good.
With
super great
with laddering.
super bad if you're wrong, you know?
It's all about not picking the pinpoint entry. Laddering allows you to have a range, and as long as we're in that area where we're going to turn or whatever you're looking for, then you can find an average good entry. Like you can improve your entry once you're already in the trade, essentially. Now you can up the lot size as it ladders against you, as long as you still got that fixed risk. Because if you've got a 1 lot risk overall and 20 pips, for example, 0.33 and then 10 pips, 0.33, that risk is still not going to make up to. So you can scale it up, but not martingale. Don't try and recover your losses because you've made a silly entry. That's only going to hurt more, right? But yeah, I like laddering in. Sometimes it hurts because you'll hit the perfect trade, but you only have that 0.33 in, and you're like,
and you haven't got entered fully. Yeah, that's always the thing that turns me off from laddering in, is when you don't get the full position that you wanted to get into.
Focusing too much on profits. Focus on not losing. That's a different mindset. You focus on not losing, you'll understand the risk, so you'll go smaller.
Yeah. It is a skill. Trading small and getting used to trading without as much leverage as well is actually a difficult skill. Because once you get used to having larger lot size, bigger positions, it's very, very strange then trading small.
This is tight, guys. We're going into the final 10 minutes. This is real tight on who's going to win this.
Maybe you should try and throw some lots in for the last minutes.
Your strategy is your strategy, Anna.
No, this is nothing me. Like,
yeah, I don't know, Anna, you could manage you're managing at the moment over $1 million for the fivers.
Yeah.
So for you, this is a smaller account, but do you reckon it still doesn't matter the size of the account? It's the way obviously that you trade it. Do you feel like this is probably a lot harder than what you're trading in your normal account? That's I assume.
Yeah. It's also the pressure, like this is like a competition. So it just like makes sense that, and I think you will see through competition that people will, do stupid mistakes, which is, normal. So like even me now thinking maybe I should just throw some lots and just, go for that risk and maybe, win within the last minute. So, but yeah.
This is a competition. It's about getting to that next round. It's not about prime risk management and running through. It's a bit of entertainment, right? We can get a bit of an understanding, right? It's a little different. It's making trading a bit more of a game rather than what we're used to in everyday life. But it's kind of a respite. Break it up a little bit, and I found with that leverage comment you had there, Alex. I like to, in my mind when I'm trading using lots, I like to say what it's really worth. The position. A lot of people will be like, I opened 1 lot. I'm holding 1 lot. It's like, no, you're holding $100,000 worth of this. Like it hits home a little bit. For example, Anna's 10 lot position. She's not opened 10 lots on GU. No, she's got $1 million position right now to take the pound high against the US dollar, right? It sounds a bit different, little trick, but all of a sudden you respect it a bit more. Like, oh God, okay, I've got a $10 million position open. What am I doing? Why do I have a $10 million position open? I can't afford a $10 million position.
Exactly.
Different way of looking at it. It's all about, I don't know, putting the perspective in your mind in certain, directing it in certain places. It changes your mindset around it. But the amount of times as well, I've seen a lot of newer traders, they get used to these big lot size on big accounts. Then when they lose those big accounts, they go to a smaller account and then they're still trying to put the same kind of lot size on because they're used to trading with that amount of size, and then they just blow the account even quicker. So trading as well, trading in prop, like the new prop firm industry is it's I wouldn't say it's the same as like it, let's say when we didn't have all of this. I think trading's changing a little bit in the fact that retail prop trading is probably a lot harder than just trading as well for your normal personal account. There's a lot more pressure, there's a lot more leverage. Don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting where the industry and trading in general as a whole is going, and retail trading now is just absolutely huge with prop firms. It's humongous. But I guess it was like that already, retail trading.
Yeah, I definitely think COVID had a boom of interest into investing, and that we've gone not only from COVID, where you can't do anything, everyone's at home, they want to learn something to do or make money, into tough economical times where everyone's like, I need to manage my money better. So it's the perfect storm to get new people into investing. It is. It's so brokers, prop firms, everything, they've just gone, yes, this is the perfect storm to launch. We should jump on this, and rightly so. I mean, that's good innovative thinking. For the ones who are doing it in a respectable manner, there's only a select few that are doing that, but that happens. But it was a good opportunity. In saying that, we've just tipped into the last 7 minutes of trading. We're getting down to the knuckle now. Anna,
Let's have a look.
Currently in a little bit of drawdown, down about $1,000 right now. Alon, how are you looking? Down about $100. Okay. Pressure is on Anna. Here we go. The nail biting has begun.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
pressure.
No pressure. Oh my
we gotta get some music in here, you know, or like a bell, you know, and somebody's. I don't know if they have that in this platform that we use in Jordan. Do they have music or little sound effects? It was a bit. It was all right. It was a good go. We'll fine tune it for the next one. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, have a clicking clock for the last 5 minutes.
If the GU now will push from here, I'll be mad because it literally stopped me out by the
GU loves doing that though. It loves, you know, coming back. It's a little bit like the DAX as well. The DAX always has nice little retraces and then goes for the next leg, and then it retraces back to another leg. You know, it's always like whipsawing, and it's
but see,
when
like
it has its move, it has a big move. So it's
see, on 15 minutes, it doesn't even make sense to buy. Like at this point, it's just like the 1 minute. Oh, I hate it. Oh, right. It is what it is. Let's just wait for those 7 minutes.
Have a look.
It's good, huh? What a different arena to be put in.
Oh,
look, at the start of the open for today, I was looking for. I'm still looking for pound to continue a little bit higher. To be honest,
I told you. As soon as Alex said he wanted to buy it,
I am the signal.
That's your signal.
If you wanna pass and you wanna get the through this competition, I'm gonna say a signal, and that's gonna be a little trick to see if I'm right or wrong.
That's it. Yeah, this is a good one. So yeah, hopefully the next people listen to Jordan and if Alex says to buy,
everyone's just fading out.
100 lots.
We're gonna test. We should test this theory. You know, every episode, I'm just gonna give like a little signal and see what people do with it, and then again, we can't influence the competition like that.
Yeah, we can't influence.
I don't know. Should we make it interesting and like, because we have like 5 more minutes left, and I could do like open position and just without the stop loss and just like let's see what's gonna happen.
You do what you think.
You've got 4 minutes to trade however you want to trade.
Oh my!
4 minutes just to outperform Alon, and Alon, you've got 3 minutes and 56 seconds to outperform Anna.
How do? Okay. So this is tough. Oh man! Hopefully something happens.
In all honesty, last episode, me and Jordan were telling one of the traders in the last episode to go full clip in. We told him to be more aggressive because he only had a little bit more time, and he didn't do what we told him to. He didn't actually get influenced by what we were saying. He stuck by his plan.
We respected it.
That was respectful, you know. Fair enough.
But he lost.
Yes, but you know, he still is stuck.
He earned our respect. That's what I can't believe. As soon as we finished recording, they just opened with this really heartfelt learning experience. I'm like, you couldn't have said that while we were still recording. No. Like, no, you're gonna go through it all. Oh, you had a celebration there, Anna, or a stretch?
No, that was pressure because I removed all the stops. I have like 40 lots in, no, 39. And it's like, let's just see what's going to happen. This is just...
$3.9 million position.
Don't say that.
You're in a $3.9 million position.
That's insane. Oh my. Yeah, but all I need is like 5-pip push and within the minutes, and then I'm good.
We have 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. You need a decent pump here, which the market's trying. The market is trying. Alon, what are you thinking here? How's this affecting you? Are you sound risk management? Are you waiting for that market
Alon
to
is cool as a cucumber. You know, nothing can phase Alon at the moment.
He is cool cucumber. That's what I like to say. Be cool as a cucumber.
How are you feeling, Alon?
Just try to hedge the position and try to recover some losses. I got some profit hittings. So Swiss franc and yeah, I'm just waiting, just relaxed.
He's in a pretty good, he's in the most comfortable position you could be, right? He's in a little bit of the lead going into the final minute and 20 seconds. The pressure is on Anna. He can sit still. But the thing is, if this chart moves the way of Anna, she is so highly positioned and it's going. She might just nip this.
This is ridiculous. This is, oh my goodness. This is, you need to just say, this is for entertainment. Nobody trades like this.
This looks like a fantastic strategy though. You know, when you're in a good place, you know, just go full clip, you know, just 40 lots in. That's how you can trade. We should put not trade.
I'm going to do the disclaimers in the description at the start. So if everyone doesn't know that this is entertainment, there's something wrong. Right? They should know
financial advice here.
30 seconds left. When I say close all positions, you are to right click one of the positions and click close all immediately. Okay? Is that clear? Everyone understand?
I don't know. Alan's got latency.
You can close all the positions at the same time.
You can
you can right click and click close all positions.
If you want, but on the 30-second mark, when Jordan says close.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Where do I close?
4,
oh, God.
3, 2, 1.
That's it. I close them just by hand.
60 minutes. All positions closed. First things first. Alon, do you want to tell us your final balance on screen right there?
99,939.78.
Nice. That's not bad for all of the trading that you did.
Anna,
my balance is, drum roll, it is 98,930. GU was mean to me.
Wow. Wait, so who's won? It's the same.
Alon.
Alon won?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Could you say 90? Yeah, 98,000. Alon had 99,000.
99,900.
Yeah.
Wow. It was so close as well. Gosh, that last little bit. Not gonna say if you would have closed out.
If you shorted Alex, you would have been all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's, you know, this was good. This was good.
Yeah, did you enjoy yourself? I'm glad. It was actually really fun for us as well, watching you guys. Actually, Alon was so cool the whole time. You know, there was you couldn't take him off his zone.
Ice in his veins. Nothing can phase this man. I am convinced. Nothing can. I can put this guy in a 10-grand drawdown, and he's going to get me out of it. I truly believe it. It's just
Alon,
so calm.
Alon, the money manager. That's it. We're going to give. That's it. Alon, you're trading all my funds from now on. Cool as a cucumber. How did you find that, guys? How was it? Overall, Anna, how did you feel? Did you learn anything from the experience? Did you feel anything different in the way your emotions heightened or anything like
that? I mean, I am definitely not trading 1 minute. That's for sure. But also another thing I learned is just every morning call Alex, ask him what he's doing.
Exactly.
He's buying, you just selling. Simple
Go.
as that.
That's it.
This is going to be a known meme now, right? Like,
Yeah.
Everyone's just hashtag short Alex.
You
Let's
just
get
gotta,
it
you gotta call
trending.
me after my morning coffee though, because I don't pick up the phone before my morning coffee. So there you go.
Right.
After morning coffee, we can
Well,
do a little bit of a trading conversation.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, and I mean, this was good. This was good. It's like I think
Good.
now I have it out of my system. All this, pressure. So this week I'm gonna be cool as cucumber because there's no
relaxed.
more. Totally relaxed. Yeah, I'm just like Alan. I'm just gonna be like relaxed, zoomed in, like zoned in, and that's it. So cool.
We could be. It's like therapy for traders, getting all the emotions out all at one time, so they go back to the trading. They're trading more relaxed. We can set up our own therapy sessions for traders, Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't think we would make out very good therapists. Personally, I don't think you want to be venting to us, but we surely someone
I'll be
would,
good.
right?
I'm a good listener. I can listen and talk at the same time, which doesn't work. But anyway, Alon, how did you feel?
Was enjoying. It's just like having fun, listening to conversations, and I'm also a subscriber with Alon. I check all her videos and also learn from her.
Nice.
And she's better than me.
She's not. She just lost.
Nice, good, fantastic. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see on the next episode who is going to be the winner. We're getting close now. We've got a few different winners from different episodes, and we're going to have a head-to-head with the overall winners of the season and see who's the best out of Bull and Bears.
So you're gonna pull in again all the losers to fight for the chance to go into the game again?
Maybe actually a Rubin session with Anna FX might be a really good
like a
really
feature session.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if someone can't make it or someone drops out and we need someone to fill in, we can put you and Ruben head to head, and winner can come and fill in.
Losers. That's
100%.
good.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being on Bulls and Bears, and everyone else. We'll see you in the next episode. Hey guys, Jordan here. Just wanted to send you a personal little thank you for sticking around and watching us here at Trade Delicious. If you did enjoy the content, consider subscribing. Everything we do here is completely free. And of course, we have some other video suggestions here which you might love. We will see you in the next video.